Jem guys, so in the last video we spoke about creating wallets with that, right, using the Solana package and dropping tokens to ourselves so we can interact with the Solana blockchain and uh, sending tokens, right, sending tokens. So in this video we're going to do something more interesting, right? So I believe you're bidding on Solana, you should know about the Solana um you should know about the Solana mobile, right? So this is like top alpha right now. If you're seeing this video by the time it's uploaded, right, is going to be like a top alpha, right? So if you're seeing it late, then you probably already know about it. But so Solana is like launching their own mobile device. I mean, they already launched the Saga, right? So they're launching like the chapter two called the Seeker, right? And it ships this August, right? If you're gonna be building on Solana, I think you should get one. It's just an Android device, but yeah, you get access to like the Solana App Store and like there's like cool stuff around it. Get access to airdrops and other stuff here. Just check out the website. The link will be somewhere around this video in the description. Um, so if you're going to be building on with Flutter on Solana, right, you should know about. Let's just check their docs. You should know about the Solana mobile stack. This is how we can. It's like developed by the Solana mobile team, right? Easy way for us to like interact with Solana mobile. So the whole idea of this series is to encourage developers to build with Flutter on Solana mobile. So let's not just talk too much. Let's just go to the documentation straight up. So currently Flutter is not exactly supported, right? But like that's what I'm pushing for, right? That's what we are pushing for. If you're watching this video, you should also push for it. So currently, right? If you check the React Native documentation, there are just two things: the mobile wallet adapter and the seed vault. Right? There's also the Dap Store, right? But um, that's like the Play Store alternative, right? But it's a lot easier to like get your apps on there, right? So mobile wallet adapter is what we're going to be checking out today. Is is a protocol that allows us to communicate with a wallet app. So a wallet app is like your user identity, right? So in Web 2, how it usually is that um the user signs in with their Google, with their Gmail, right? They can sign in with their Gmail, whatever signing method you prefer to use. But like in Web3, the decentralized way to do it, as I would say, is using a wallet app, right? And currently it just works on if you check the package, the Flutter package over here, you see that it just works on Android because there are limitations to using it on iOS due to iOS issues with WebSockets, local WebSockets, right? So the issue is that whenever you close your iOS app, the app okay, so the way it communicates is that your mobile app communicates with like the wallet app locally using WebSockets, right? So when you close the wallet app, it will still be communicating underground. But iOS usually closes like the app activity immediately, like you close the app, so the WebSockets can no longer communicate. So there are there are there's a lot to this, but if you want to find out about it, you can check out the blog. The link to this blog will also be around this video, right? So you definitely read it. Or probably by the time you're seeing this video, there'll probably be like a solution. So like right, there are already suggestions, but those suggestions are currently archy, right? And the simple ones might have UX issues too, but these are just the ways around it. That's pretty much it about the Solana mobile stack, right? Um, let's just check it out. Oh, shit. And after, yeah, and the seed vault. So this seed vault is something that is specific to the seeker. It has to do with like the seeker hardware, right? So normally on Android, on iOS, all your user wallets are like digital stuff, right? Is usually software, mathematics and some very crazy mathematics, right? But with the C card, there's like a specific hardware that focuses on security for the Web3 environment. So like it stores your seed vaults, and it is like you have to use like your password to like access it. Yeah, so interesting stuff that I would like to experiment with where the Sika is out by August. I mean it's summer already, right? So yeah, so building with Flutter, like connecting your Flutter wallet, we're going to be using this package. And to do this easily, right, I created a simple UI that we can use to like check this out. If you need the link to this UI, it's also going to be in the description, right? So it's just so that we can do this pretty quickly without like wasting our time and working on UI, since we know what we're here for. If you're watching this video, I believe you should have already like have knowledge of Flutter to an extent already. So let's clone this UI. I like to organize my files, so I'm going to be cloning it exactly into, there should be a code directory somewhere here. Exactly. So let's just do this. Uh, shouldn't do this, but I wanted to open it in terminal directly. Alright, so let's cd into that directory and then open it again, because I don't want to have this much profiles open at once. So that you can be seeing my screen as we're working together, right? Which is not yet important. But yeah, so that you can see my screen. We're going to use this tool called SCRCPY. Shout out to Vandad. I learned it from him on YouTube. Yeah. So we're just going to use yeah. Alright. So this is a very basic UI. Very basic UI, right? Let's create another terminal and do forget. So I'm going to run the UI so we can like see it, but it's basically just three buttons. Sorry, two. It's currently just two. Connect wallet and disconnect wallet, and those are like the two functions we're going to be working on today. But as an extra, we're also going to be looking at how we can get all the tokens associated with a particular wallet, right? So let's just get started. I would like to turn it to like a stateful widget first, right? I press control dot. Right, it took so long for this Windows system to catch up, but other is there. So I was going to turn this to a stateful widget because I would like to use set states to just make things easier. I mean faster. Right, so now struggling with state. Start by creating a void function, connect wallet. Right, so if you check the pub spec of this file, you're going to see that there are two packages here already. These are the two packages we're going to be using in today's video, right? We're going to use this one to connect to the mobile wallets, the wallets that adapt to the mobile wallet adapter protocol from Solana mobile, right? And then this one we're going to be using it to connect to the Solana RPC client, right? So we can get like the token information and balances of everything. So this is my physical device. You can see my physical device. So as we're working, everything is going to be like on the screen, right? So I'd like to first import the Solana mobile client. So, right. Um, then this function is going to be very basic. So I'm going to create it. Then I'm going to like walk you through the logic of how it works, right? Right. Um, I need to turn off this copilot. It's crazy. So you can like use. So let me just see if I can turn off this copilot pretty quickly. That's crazy. Right, so now we're going to start the scenario. I'm going to pass it to a client. It's going to be our right. So after this, we're going to authorize our client, right? And then we're going to like get the results. What result? We're going to pass the identity variable so that the linters can help us, right? So we're going to like add their weight. Oh, that's crazy. My code just disconnected, right? So I'm going to connect it. So if you don't get why we're using this exact link, I'm going to like explain it in a bit. The cluster we're going to be using is going to be mainnet beta, just because I feel like Alright, so this is basically just the whole process of connect wallet. Then every other thing you're going to be doing on top of this is going to be not exactly important, but these four steps are like the exact important stuff, right? So let's just say I want to set state after this is done, right? Or let's print the authorization results. So we'll say, oh, your wallet is connected, right? Let's try to print something. Should we also await that? Interesting. Let's print the account label. So like that's like the wallet name, right? Let's also print the wallet. I'm going to decode it. So I'm getting used to this keyboard. That's why it's like um, what try to immediately. What cannot be assigned? Okay, I think that should work. Um, so that's pretty much it. Something I would love to do is to close the scenario. After you start it, you close it. So what this does is after the whole authentication in the user's wallet, like it returns back to your app. Um, right, so I'm going to run the app at this point. Why I waited so long to run it was because of so it's possible to like I don't know I don't know what's like the logic behind it, but it's possible to like use this client and run your app before importing this client and then working with it, right? But it wouldn't work. Then you have to like rerun your app from the beginning. Not actually checked for the logic behind that. Let's just start working on because it's like a Windows PC, so it's going to take a lot of time. Let's just start working on the disconnect wallet. It's very basic, right? But what we're going to do is because we need to access this same scenario that we already started, right? We're going to export these variables to be global variables instead of them to be locked to this function alone, right? So that's very basic. Just three variables. Sure, just two that we need, right? The local association scenario. So this is going to be like initializing the scenario itself, um, the authorization results, and the mobile wallet adapter clients. Right, so So to go over what happens in the whole connect wallet logic, right? Um, so how it happens is while creating a scenario, right? So let's say this scenario as how am I going to explain this? So we're creating a scenario, right? The scenario is, let's say, is the WebSocket, right? And it's a local association scenario because we're like creating it locally on the device, right? So is a local WebSocket protocol, and then we're initializing that scenario. After we are initializing the scenario, we are starting the scenario. This is like this is the point where you like look for the mobile apps that conform to this protocol on this device, and then like it presents it to the user, and the user selects which which wallet he wants to authorize with, right? And then we're authorizing with our wallet, and that's pretty much it. From there we can get like our um from there we can get our authorization key, auth token, yeah. We can get our auth token from there. That's pretty much it, right? So I just setting state so that we can use it easily in our UI without having to like hassle with it. Right, so it has built, but one thing I've not done, yeah, have we done our disconnect wallet? Oh, I've not done disconnect wallet. Let's just quickly do that. Void connect wallet. It's very basic, right? So I'll just use the if statement just because we can, right? If the odd result is not is not null, getting into the keyboard, then you can disconnect. So it's going to simply just take the mobile wallet adapter client and deauthorize it. So this one is going to be strict, right? Because we've already done this check. Exactly. So another thing I would love to do is just to set the out result to null after this, right? And then we can see set state. So like the UI is updated immediately that oh they've disconnected. So as you said, the UI is just a very basic UI, right? Connect wallet button, check for present the wallet address here, and then disconnect wallet. So we're going to connect this UI now to our simple logic that stays in the same file because we just want to check how it works. So here we'll just call the evoke the connect wallet function, right? And here we're going to invoke the disconnect wallet function. So it's not about the UI, it's about the logic. So now for this here, so there's a way things are, and I would love to like show you guys how it works. So here let's just see our authorization result, right? What we want to show them is the public key, which is their wallet address. But we're not going to show them in this form because this form is basically like a list, a unit list, right? And we have to like decode this list to like present it in base 64 form, which is like more human readable, right? Right. What result has not been initialized? Does it require reloading? Oh, because I'm already accessing it in the UI. Uh, um, how are we gonna do this? Right. So what result is not equal to now? And it's finished. Guess it doesn't work like that. We can access it in the UI without like initializing it. Um, how about we don't declare this one as late? Does it work like that? Yeah, so it still works, right? Just doesn't show anything. Let's say connect wallet first. Perfect. Um, so now if we connect our wallet, we should see a public key here, but that public key is not what we want to see. It's going to be a list of hints. So this is the modal that allows you to choose the wallet you want to use. Yeah, so more about this authorize, right? Something I learned is that your identity URI and your icon URI have to be like the same URI. So if you join this URI together by using a slash fav icon, right? You're going to you're going to get to this exact fav icon. I mean, if it doesn't work, it's going to break. You're not going to get the modal to like connect your wallet. But we're getting the modal here, it's just taking a little bit of time because because of the device resources I'm using. Um, that's pretty much it, right? So this these two things are actually extensions, and they're like the extensions of each other, right? They like complement each other. I don't know if that English works, but that's the whole idea. So it's like going to be placeholder.com slash favicon. Another one you can use is solana.com slash favicon. But the idea is that like you already have your website and or you have a link at least that leads to the favicon or the icon that's going to like show in your to your users in the um, connect wallet button. Is data pointer packet. What's this error? What result has not been initialized? Is that really the error? Hmm. I might have to stop and restart because um that's crazy. Let's just restart. So while the restart is going on, let's try to get the tokens that are in a wallet, right? Get wallet. I mean, in the last video we already got balance, so that should not be an issue. Right, so to get tokens in the wallet, we're going to be using the Solana package, right? Using the Solana package because to do that work, if you check out the dates in JavaScript, it's like pretty much the same thing. we're going to be using our RPC client, right? Um, so how it works is we're going to create. Let's just check this out first, right? Okay, I think I know what's going on here. So because I was previously connected to this wallet, probably it's already connected. Um, it already connected, like it just connected automatically. They're not trusted apps. Or is this just is phantom something? I mean, my web phantom is very buggy. Ooh, took so long. Took so long. So continue with our function until this guy shows up again. Um, how we would want to do this is to first create a variable, right, that allows like connect with the RPC client. So we would create Solana clients. Let's call that one client, like that's normal name, right? So now we can connect and check how it works. So yeah, since we are closing, it's supposed to take us back to our app when the whole connection is done. It's taking a lot of time because it's Phantom and Android. Right. So as I was saying, we don't want the users to start. This is like bad UX. Like this is the user identity on your app, and you want to like show them. You can't start cramming something like this. So the way we do it is just base 58 the code if I'm correct. Then this it takes in a string. This takes in a string. Then we're encoding it. Um, dot to list, right? It says can't be assigned to the parent. Oh, let's just, I guess that works. Right, so this is more readable, right? If you check the wallet, you see that that's like the same connected wallet here. You try to receive the same connected wallet here. Then you can now like truncate it to be like this. So it's more like it has like better UX instead of the whole long stuff that we currently have. But that's not our focus, right? Disconnect wallet pretty much just disconnects the wallet from your end, right? Closes it also should also close like the session with the wallets. So to get the tokens, right? Um, yeah. So I've done this. Then we're going to create an init initialize. Want to initialize this client, right? So say client equal to Solana client. So for your RPC URI, you can pretty much use anything, right? I mean, You can use there's like the public ones that you can get the private ones. That's why I mean, that's what I also say. The public ones should be normal API dot devnet. So since we're on mainnet already with our wallet connect, mainnet beta dot is this, I'm not even sure. Let's just check it up really quickly. Um, API mainnet beta solana.com. Right. I need it Solana somewhere. Then it's pretty much the same thing for like the WebSocket. Although we're not going to be using like the WebSocket, I don't think that's even required. To, like, or is required. Sad. Um, I think difference is going to be WSS instead of HTTPS. Let's just confirm that, but we don't like need it. WSS. Right. So that's how you initialize it. I think then you can pass other variables, but like we don't need to stress ourselves. Okay, now is that client we're going to use to get everything that we need from. Can use to get balance. What we're going to be getting is get token accounts by owner. Right, this pub key is going to we're going to get it from the alt results. Okay, we're going to so it takes it in as a string. We're going to decode it. We're going to encode it. Subject what's this error? Minted lists dot to lists. Are you serious? Then for the filter, we're going to use none. Looking at account filter by program ID. We're going to pass the program ID for SPL tokens. So like they already defined it for us, but it's like public information, right? You can always get this on the internet. Right, so let's connect our wallet again. So as that one is working, we'll just like finish up the function. Just takes like some time with Phantom. Right, so get token accounts by owner. It found a feature of program account results, commitment. Hmm. Flutter is this. program account results. So I want to see if we can get things out of. So right, so we're just going to be printing it to the console. Let's clone this button and create a new one for us. So first get the tokens. Right, so let me click on that. This is the RPC client. Get the tokens. Right, so these are the issues with like the public RPC nodes, right? You can like take your time, but let me see if I can make use of this private one. Let's initialize. My client has not been initialized. All right. Let's initialize clients by restarting our app. So I mean, you can really think of use cases for like getting all the tokens in the user's wallet, right? Say maybe you're creating a wallet of your own, in a user's account rather. Um, so while we're waiting for like the wallet connect to pop up, the model to pop up, it's also worth noting that I don't think that this works currently, right? With the Solana mobile client. I'm probably going to like check it out and like give you guys feedback in the next video, right? I mean, I tried it with JavaScript, it works, but then I don't know, for some issues, like for some reasons, it doesn't work with that currently. It's just going to return an empty string. I've tried this with the private and public RPC URL, does the same thing. But it's worth knowing that this is the way it is done, right? It shows disconnect wallet. So this error is probably because it's a public endpoint. Did I get my right? So um going to replace this with the one from quick node. If you don't know about quick node, the link is going to be somewhere around the video. So not to get confused. Right. So it's probably in the way we like, probably in the way we are passing the wallets. Let's say it takes string of public key. Hmm. So here I want to say authorization results. Dot public key. Does it work that way? Now takes in a list of events. So, obviously. Alright, so under the exception, this scenario zero right parameter. Uh, is it it's crazy. This 68 data should be less than 128 bytes. We use basis for encoding, and either ways doesn't work. Let's check. I think I saw this is 4 year previously. That's crazy. Yes, to be sure, I just need to make use of this different point. Yes, is invalid. Okay, invalid parameter. I use this is fine code. This one should work. Oh, let's just give it a wait. Maybe it's just taking some loading time. So special about this basis fine coding. Hmm. Invalid parameter, wrong size. Wrong size. Public key as a this. Storing. Wow. Fixing exchange. Invalid parameter, invalid. Ah, token 2020 program. This is very annoying. Valid. So the thing just works when it wants to, honestly. That's what I think because it's pretty much like the same thing. Just works when it feels like, and when it feels like it doesn't work. It's like probably some that specific something. Mm. If I get the same error again, I'll just check get to open accounts by owner. Yeah, I think is a that specific error because I'm very sure I've tried it with just the string, right? When I was trying to make things go fast and it just worked. And like here, I've used like everything, still doesn't work. Either way, it's still the same thing. So I'm going to look more into this and probably in the next video would like talk more about it. right?